All right, we are live. What's up? What's up, my oh so beautiful people? Instagram is telling me that we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. So thank you, Instagram, for that. Want to give about a minute or two for people to kind of pour into here. While we are waiting for people, please add your questions inside this question bubble here so I can answer your questions about cryptocurrencies, digital currency, and the topics that we're going to discuss. What's up? What's up? What it do, family? My guy, man. Plum season is coming up, man. I know there's no plums in where you at, so I'm gonna miss our conversations. What's up? What's up? Oh, we got the squad in here. I'm super excited about this. By the way, everybody, there's just a lot going on in the market right now, and I really want, what I'm saying, I just want people to play it safe, and I know, big risk, big reward, but we just got through a pandemic. Everybody don't got it like that, and there are certain milestones you should meet in your financial life when it comes to your finances that you should take care of first before you start investing into these speculative and kind of these riskier investments. All right, so it's 9:33. Let's get started. Again, if you have any questions, please use that little bubble down below with the question mark in it to add your questions in there. So that way later on, I can just, click inside that bubble and I can answer your questions that you have. All right. So first thing I want to talk about, and I actually have notes, I got my notes right here. So the first thing I want to talk about is the blockchain. What is the blockchain? And for everybody who already know what the blockchain is, please bear with me. I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page. All right. So the blockchain is a literal block, a data block full of information on a chain link. Okay. So you have a block, and then you put a bunch of information in there into the block. And then once that block is locked and secure, you got a chain to go to the next block. All right. So block, chain, block, which secures information. All right. So, once data, and again, I'm reading off my notes. So if you see me looking like this, bear with me. But once data is recorded in a blockchain, it's almost impossible to, change that information. All right. So that's one of the great things about, blockchain technology, right? Like in order for you to get information out of this block, you have to pretty much, hack into this block because it's a chain. So think about having multiple blockchains connected together, and you're trying to hack the whole system. It's pretty much nearly impossible. That's why, again, people feel like the blockchain technology and network is very secure. Now, there have been hacks on the network, but that's a whole nother story. That's like a deep dive into a deep dive, right? So it's pretty much nearly impossible to break that, get that information inside the blockchain to change it, okay? So, blockchain, it's really not such a new idea because back in 1991, this blockchain kind of technology was known as a digital timestamp. Okay, so it's pretty much like a notary, right? So it's this is a digital timestamp that tells you, what this transaction is, who is it from, who is it going to, how much it is, and again, it's a digital ledger. That is, again, hard to just go in and change because it's not, physical, or you just can't go manipulate it. So Satoshi, the guy who created Bitcoin, he took that concept and evolved it in 2009. That's when he came out with Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin has been around since 2009. Okay, so all those early adapters, and I'm sure many of you heard about the guy who, bought a pizza with his Bitcoin and stuff like that. You had to really be in Bitcoin early to be one of these multi-millionaire Bitcoin people, and we're going to talk about that later as well. So that's blockchain within itself. And I see some people giving me some claps and thumbs up, so I appreciate that. And if there are some Bitcoin, enthusiasts in here who really study, the blockchain and everything, please leave your comments below so others can learn as well. So that's the blockchain, right? So now we're going to talk about cryptocurrency and how it works. So cryptocurrency, and again, I'm looking at my notes, so let me look into this. So cryptocurrency pretty much let's talk about the transaction that takes place in the blockchain, right? And I'll tell you how you would get cryptocurrency. So let's say me, Devon, I sent Amy 5 Bitcoin, right? So within that transaction, it will be recorded and it will be on a file, right? A ledger. So it would be, Devon sent Amy 5 Bitcoin. Excuse me. Once that transaction is confirmed by a miner, which a miner is someone with a computer, it could be a laptop, a desktop, but it has to have the compute power in order to figure out this equation to confirm the transaction. I know we're jumping, right? But that transaction that I recorded, me sending 5 Bitcoin to Amy, that has to be confirmed by a miner. A miner is someone who has a computer who is confirming that transaction. And how do they confirm that transaction? They solve a, what is it called? A cryptomatic puzzle, okay? So the miner has a computer, they solve this puzzle, and then once they solve that puzzle, they confirm it on the node, and that will, pretty much go inside the block for the blockchain. Again, if you want to know about this technology, you really have to dig deep into these white pages and learn about the, program and learn about the crypto that you're investing in. Everybody see Doge and Bitcoin and it's going to the moon and all this stuff. And it's like, people don't really understand the essence of what they're investing in. So we're going to talk about that a little later. All right. So once that transaction is confirmed because a miner solved that problem, the miner is then rewarded with the cryptocurrency that they solve for. So if you're solving on the Bitcoin chain link, right? If you're solving on a Bitcoin blockchain, you will get rewarded Bitcoin. If you're solving on an Ethereum blockchain, you will be rewarded Ethereum token, right? So when you solve that issue, your computer solved that issue, you get rewarded in crypto. And that's how crypto is made. It is the incentive to the miners to solve these issues to keep the ledger true, right? To keep the ledger legitimate. And that's your reward when you get it. Okay? So are we good so far? Let's get some thumbs up if you guys are following me, if you're following along. Again, please utilize that question bubble down below. I would love to see and answer some of your questions you may have. We may go through something. You may be thinking about something like, oh man, I want to go back to that. So please utilize that question bubble below. So we talked about blockchain, right? Blockchain is literally a block full of information and it's chained to another block and it's chained to another block and it's just a continuous blockchain, right? And then we talked about cryptocurrency. What is it? Cryptocurrency is a crypto, currency. Pretty much blockchain is a cryptocurrency. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency. Chainlink, Dogecoin. These are different cryptocurrencies that is rewarded to miners for solving a cryptomatic puzzle or an issue to close that blockchain. Okay? We're following. We're good. All right, awesome. Give some thumbs up, so this is great. So now let's move on, okay? All right. Next page here. Okay, so now I want to just talk about digital currency within itself, okay? We have fiat dollars. Fiat dollars is like $100 bill, $10 bill, whatever. That's fiat currency. But do we actually think about your everyday transactions today? Okay, like you are literally, you're paying your mortgage or you're paying your rent online. You're using a debit card. You're using a credit card. Like all of those methods of payment is digital currency. You're not exchanging dollars. You're not exchanging gold coins and chickens and stuff like that. I know it sounds like, all right, you're being dramatic, but no, this is what I'm trying to break down to you. You are using your credit card, a gift card, your app, your digital wallet, your Apple Pay. All this is a form of digital currency, right? When you're sending money, and again, I'm going to connect all this, so please follow me. When you're sending money via Cash App or Zelle app or Venmo, all of that is a digital currency. That is a ledger. That is a digital ledger, a digital timestamp showing, how much money you sent, who you sent it to, and the amount that you're sending it. Okay? Do you see where I'm going? This digital currency aspect or this digital currency concept is not new. It's not the new shiny thing, right? We have been doing this for decades, for years, right? Think about when you're buying a stock. When you're buying a stock, you have a brokerage account. You are, putting money into this digital atmosphere, and then a commissions person will, a broker will take your money, put it inside that stock. And again, all this stuff is happening digitally, and it's happening within milliseconds. This is just like go, 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 go. If you're into tech, you know about milliseconds, you know about how fast computing power works. So this is what digital currency is. We've been doing and handling digital currencies for years now. This is nothing new, okay? So we cover blockchain, we cover, cryptocurrency. We talked just now about digital currency and how it's nothing new, and we deal with digital currency every day. So now I'm going to transition over to some of my thoughts. And I really want to share this thought with people because these crazes are getting way out of hand, right? Like, I'm going to share this picture with you all. Like this, let me move myself. How do I move myself out the way? Okay, I'm sure you guys can see that. So there's this Dogecoin millionaire. And he's like, I'm not going to sell it. And, who inspired me? Elon Musk. And, Elon Musk is pretty much, driving this Dogecoin kind of following. I was going to say cult-like following, but I'm not going to say that. Like, people believe in it, and that's what they believe in. So I'm not going to criticize them. But people are following this because Elon Musk would tweet about it. When you're thinking about a stock, you're thinking about a 10K. You're thinking about, earnings. You're thinking about the product, supply chain. You're thinking about a whole system, how many employees it has, et cetera, et cetera. These coins are just coming out of, when you do your data analysis on these coins, it's just like, well, this person tweeted, well, Elon Musk believes it, and, this hedge fund bought Bitcoin. It's like, well, other than it being a digital ledger somewhere, like, what is the tangible asset of it? Like what is it backed by? And a lot of people will say, cryptocurrency is going to be the next monetary system. Please understand that the crypto is backed by the US dollar. Now, I may get a few people like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, but we're going to get back to this article in a few minutes. I'm going to leave this up. Please check it out. But when you are buying matter of fact, because this is distracting, so this is what I'm going to do, because I really want us to understand this concept. When you are buying crypto, this is what you're going to do. You're going to, get a digital wallet. So that's Coinbase. Some people use Robinhood. There's multiple digital wallets out there. Okay. So you're going to get a digital wallet. Once you have that digital wallet, you're going to link your bank account. So where else do you link your bank account to? Apple Pay, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. Okay. Excuse me. One second. I get excited to talk about money. So you have your digital wallet, right? I have a Ledger Nano X, but this is like my little wireless microphone. Let's just say this is a digital wallet. Some of the digital wallets look like this. But you have your digital wallet, all right? Then you're going to take, your bank account. I know it's a Burger King card. This is an old gift card. But you're going to take your bank account and you're going to link it to your digital wallet, right? Once you link it, you're going to transfer USD, United States dollar, into your digital wallet. Okay? And then from there, with your digital wallet, you're then going to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, whatever digital currency you like that's available on your digital wallet platform, right? Because Coinbase accept certain coins or have certain coins available for purchase. Binance have certain different coins for purchase. Depending on what platform you go with, you have different cryptocurrencies that are available for purchase. But when you think about it, you are using USD dollars to buy this crypto. Okay, you cannot go to the store with your digital wallet, your crypto digital wallet, and say, hey, I want to buy this loaf of bread for 2 Ethereum. Okay, even though Ethereum is $4,000 right now, you get what I'm trying to say, right? You can't go in there and be like, hey, I'm going to use 5 Satoshi on my digital wallet and pay for this. There are some online websites that accept that, which is really you just sending money to their crypto wallet address. But again, it fluctuates, right? Every day, every 5 minutes, is like Bitcoin is 10,000, Bitcoin is 3, Bitcoin is 50. It's like, so you buy a car for 50,000 and then it goes down next week to 3,000. It's like, did you really pay 50,000 for that car? You paid 50,000 for that car, but a week later, it's only, when the transaction or the money hits, is all the way down to $3,000. So following that logic there, you put your USD inside your digital wallet, and then your digital wallet, you buy your cryptocurrency, okay? When it's time to cash out of your digital wallet, you have to sell that cryptocurrency and convert it back to USD, the dollar. So you're buying cryptocurrency with the dollar, and you're selling cryptocurrency and cashing in to the dollar. You're still using the dollar. Okay, it's still the USD, right? Because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. Okay, so let's go back into this article, right? This guy right here, and I watched a few videos of this guy. He will not sell his Dogecoin. And look, if you were an early investor in some of these cryptos, congratulations if you went up 10, 20x, right? Because the stock market over, S&P over 100 years, average return is between 8 to 9%, right? So congratulations to you if you were able to put $1,000 into a coin and it turned into 10,000. That's amazing. That is like, oh my God, those returns. Make sure you file your taxes and make sure you document that stuff, because the IRS will come get you. But whatever, right? So congratulations. But know when to take your wins, right? This guy, let me tell you what he did, long story short. And you can look it up and you can look at this article, but he pretty much took his life savings, which was $180,000, right? That's, to some people, that's a lot. To other people, that's his life savings, but he took his life savings, plus cashed out all the credit cards, plus took out a margin call, plus took out a personal loan, and then he got $180,000. Think about all the stuff he did. His life savings, maxed out multiple credit cards, took a margin call, and took on a personal loan to get $180,000. Already, this risk, at least for me, is way too high. I'm not doing all of that just to get into a speculative coin, and I'm only talking about Dogecoin here for people who believe in it. This is my own personal opinion, but I am not going to max out credit cards and take out a margin call and all this other stuff. Because again, credit cards have interest rates on them. Margin calls, you can get called on your margin call, right? It expires. Taking your life savings, Dogecoin could have went to zero and you just be out in the streets, right? You would have been homeless. You would have just kind of been like, man, what happened to you? I invested all my life savings and maxed out credit cards and et cetera, into a coin that was created by the founder as a joke. This coin was made as a joke, okay? Anybody can look it up. I'm sure if you're following Dogecoin, you know the story. Dogecoin is literally a joke off of Bitcoin. They made the joke up, okay? So this guy took that, made the largest, I mean, this is risk on top of risk, right? Made a crazy risk, and he actually, it worked for him, right? With the hype with Elon Musk and other people jumping in and just having this, Elon Musk having this very loyal following, people start buying into it. They don't know what it is, but if Elon Musk says buy it, I'll buy it, right? So, and that's kind of the logic with a lot of these TikTok investors and a lot of the younger investors today who just really want to make a quick buck. Not mad at you, if you feel like the system has failed you, that's your own personal opinion, right? So, he took his $180,000 and now turned it to $2.2 million. Okay, so one, majority of people don't have $180,000. That's number one. That's a majority of people don't even have $100,000. Okay. Number two, he maxed out all his credit cards. Maxed out, did a margin call. He could have lost big and it would have been really bad. Number three, right? You have $180,000 to just sacrifice, right? Like, because when you think about an investment, and let me do away with this, you have to invest what you know you could possibly lose, right? Like, that's kind of how I think about it. When I'm investing, and it depends. There are value investing, right? Like actual stocks on the New York Stock Exchange and stuff like that. But when you're investing in these speculative kind of like investments, you have to be like, you know what? I'm okay with this going to zero, right? You have to be financially secure and tell yourself that I'm okay if this just flops, right? You see BitConnect. You've seen Safe Moon. You've seen all these different cryptocurrencies where a lot of people dump into it and it's a pump and dump. A lot of people buy into it. Once they buy into it, the founders and everybody who got rewarded coins, they would just dump it and then it's to zero and it's just gone. Your money's gone, right? So if you're willing to do that, that's a risk you take. But think about $1 million. $1 million is 100,000. Like, okay, you have $100,000. It's $100,000. Okay, that's $1 million. So you have $2.2 million. You over 1,000. You took $180,000 and made it to the top, right? And you're trying to keep it. I watch Graham Stephan, Andre Jick, like a bunch of people on YouTube. You need to sell. Even if you sell half, you have $1 million. Then you got to pay taxes on that, right? So let's say $1 million, you pay taxes on that. Let's say you have about like $700,000 left. You turn $180,000 to $700,000. You need to sell, okay? Now you're just and if you're following the article, if you were able to take a look at it, he's like, I'm not selling. I'm holding diamond hands. Look, man, you already won, but you're gonna keep it. I don't understand. All right. So we're gonna move past that now. I just can't really conceptualize that. And the last topic that I want to discuss or cover is that people are so into the hype, into the moment right now. And you can even look on, CNBC. They have a crypto tab on CNBC. That's how hype this is. You have a crypto tab, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum is here to stay. They have certain technology, within their certain things within their technology that is helping solve big problems. I believe that. I hold cryptocurrency. I've Forex on some of my cryptocurrencies because I was an early adapter. But again, when I invested, I was like, hey, I can lose this money and be okay with it. The last topic that I want to discuss is I would like people to be more open to investing in actual stocks, right? Before you invest in Bitcoin, before you invest in stocks, and I know y'all like, oh, this is Devon, but like pay off all your debt first, okay? Pay off all your debt first before you invest, because even, something in the stock market can crash, right? 20, 30%, and you're like, did you need that money at that time? Right? So if you are in debt, please pay off your debt first. Why? Because that will open up, more income for you to be able to invest and have your money work for you. All right. So when you invest, you're literally taking your dollars and putting it into a company with managers and analysts and people who actually care about their company succeeding, and you're pretty much funding their company and with their R&D, their technology, their employees to help them grow. So you're a part of that company. And you're taking your dollars and you're letting your dollars work for you, right? A lot of people are saying like they want to quit their job. A lot of people are saying they want to become, financial free, and people, they don't want to work a 9 to 5. That's like the fad right now. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. I have a 9 to 5. I love my job. But everybody, you don't want to work forever, right? And the best way for you not to work forever is to invest in things that will return or make you money within that investment. So pay off your debt, invest in companies that actually have a 10K. I mean, I'm saying 10K. There's a lot of people who don't even know what a 10K is, number one, and two, how to read one, right? How to read a balance sheet, how to read a statement, how to read cash flow, how to read a 10K. People don't even know how to read that, but they're investing in Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and all this other cryptocurrency stuff, and they don't even have the basics down, right? And it's very concerning because I just hate to see people, especially people in the black community, lose all their money when it already takes us, years to make even $100,000, right? And we talked about that in my last video with the wage gap and just like the average earner. We talked about that, right? The average earner in America today makes, $41,000. The average household income in a black family is $35,000 a year. Again, that's not including expenses, right? Because you factor in expenses and stuff. So, and tax, after taxes is $35,000 a year. So again, we're already starting at a very low point, and then you're just willing to risk it all inside a cryptocurrency. It's kind of, I don't know, to me is irresponsible, and I just really want the best for everyone in the community. All right. And then lastly, I know I said lastly about the last topic, but I before you invest in anything, you have to be willing, you have to tell yourself that, one, I don't need that money right now, because you can't just, in stocks, you can pull it out, but what's the point of putting it in there if you're going to keep pulling it out? It's not going to do what it's supposed to do, which is compound interest and continue to grow if you just keep going there and pulling it out, right? Number two, you have to keep it in there long term, right? You're building wealth. This is your way of building wealth, other than real estate, other than having stocks, and actually owning different assets like art and stuff like that. But be careful what you invest in. Please do your research. Please, ask questions. YouTube University is one of the best places to learn right now. Even before talking to you all, I went on YouTube and I was like, all right, let me make fine points. Let me touch up on the data. Let me go to these websites and make sure I'm saying the right things, because crypto have their own lingo, hold, diamond hands, all this other stuff. But like they have their own communication system, their own language, right? So, please invest wisely. I just wanted to come on here and talk about cryptocurrencies. I want to talk about, digital currencies. I want to talk about investments. I have one question in the bubble here. And if you have any questions, please, leave them in this bubble here. I'm going to answer a few questions here. So number one, Okay, can you transfer other crypto that you have on another platform to a wallet for safekeeping and easy access? Great question. Yes, you can. And I'm going to use that analogy again, or I'm going to use this example again. So let's say I have another cell phone here. Okay. Let's say you have a cell phone, right? And you're like, okay, my digital wallet is on Coinbase. But then I personally have a Nano X, right? So it's like, Coinbase can crash. There's been a few articles that came out, just like most recent one, right? And this goes with the example I'm using. Most recent one. During Saturday Night Live, with Elon Musk featured in it, everybody was hyped because he was going to talk about Dogecoin, which he did. But Robinhood crashed. And at this point, if you still have a Robinhood brokerage account, may the odds be forever in your favor. But with it crashed, right? You were not able to trade Dogecoin. You weren't able to even sell Dogecoin. Okay, but if you have your digital wallet on Coinbase or Robinhood, you can have an external wallet, and it looks like I should have grabbed it before I came on live, but you have a digital wallet that you can transfer into your digital wallet, and you have an address, right? It's like a digit or whatever like that. It's a code. It's even a QR code that you can just scan, but you can send it to your external digital wallet and put it in a safe and keep it for safekeeping. So for those who have like Bitcoin or Ethereum and you don't want to get hacked, or you don't want your phone to get stolen or crash or something like that because it's on your digital wallet, you could put it on an external digital wallet and put it in a safe, and you have a, I think it's 24 or 25 word code for you to access it anywhere in the world. You could just simply put it in your pocket. It's small. It's like a USB drive. So yes, you can transfer your crypto into an external wallet. Great question. Thank you for asking. All right. Any other questions? I'm going to let these questions kind of pour in here. Comments below. Drink my tea. I hope this was informative. I hope this was helpful. Again, if there are more questions that you would like answered, and this is just the very basics of it, looking at it from a high level, we didn't even really get into the nuances of digital currency and being a miner, and how much computing power it takes, how much energy it takes. I try to steer away from that, right? I just wanted this to be for everyday regular people who are interested in Bitcoin or interested in cryptocurrencies, how it works, and just cautioning you to be safe with your investments. So please ask some questions below if you have any. We'll give it a few minutes here. While I'm waiting for the questions, you could go to Coindesk. Coindesk is a great research for you. Great website for you to just look at some research on cryptocurrencies, the indexes, market cap. Coindesk is, I would say, number one recommendation for anybody who's looking to do more research. Okay, we got another question here. Okay. Thank you for that answer. Any suggestions of what external wallet to get? Yes. So again, I think you should. Okay. Let me bring your question back up. Okay, but I'm going to step away for like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay. So once again, I played myself. Like I could have swore I had my Ledger Nano X and a Ledger Nano S. You could go to their website, ledgernano.com, and you can buy a external wallet. I'm going to put it down here. You can simply Google it and buy it directly from there too. Do not buy it from eBay, because that Ledger Nano device can be encrypted, right? You want to buy it from the source, right? So I have a Nano X. Okay, that's what I have. So again, you could Google it. You could find it. I'm sorry, I thought I had my box in my office in the closet, but I couldn't find it. But that's one of the wallets I highly recommend. It's highly recommended amongst all the external wallets. It's very safe. It's like a USB drive. It's simple. It's very lightweight, easy to use. You have your own code. Again, 24, 25 worded code. You just plug it into your computer and you're good to go. And it also has an app too, so you can pretty much see your wallet without even having to do all the plugging in and everything like that. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. No, thank you for asking those questions. Again, you may be asking questions that people, don't want to pretty much put themselves out there and ask, and that's fine. Some people are just probably here to listen, and thank you for doing that. But thank you for asking those questions. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so it's 10:07 right now. We're doing really good on time. I'm gonna wait till probably, let's say, 10:10, and then we can end it. But please answer some questions if you have them. Again, I invested in cryptocurrencies. One of my biggest wins was investing in the cryptocurrency Chainlink, and I bought Chainlink at $3.54, and Chainlink is hovering around $50 right now, and I bought a good amount of Chainlink. Another strong win for me is that I bought Ethereum around $447. I actually put it on my Instagram. I bought it for like 400 something dollars, and now it's at 4,000 per coin, right? So I've had my wins, but like I said before, I psychologically told myself, like, I'm willing to lose that money, right? Because I have a 401k, I have stocks, I have living expenses saved, I can cover my mortgage, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I have my financial well-being well put together. So I was like, I could take some risk, right? I bought some art, I invested in my business, I did certain things where it's like, I could take some risk. So I don't really have to, if I lose this money, I lose this money. And I accept that, right? All right, so we got 1 minute left. Hopefully we can get in one more question or two more questions before we head out of here. But thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Let's see if we can get one more question, if there's any questions. I mean, if there's no questions, that's great too. That means I pretty much covered the basics, and you guys were receptive to what I was talking about. And thank you all for being open-minded about the topic. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully this was informative and this was helpful. So 1 more minute. Yes, question. Love it. All right. I love these questions, by the way. Do you lose the money if it's in your wallet? So you don't lose the money, but and what do we mean by money, right? I'm thinking you mean money by your USD. So if you can, because again, I'm gonna do this again, right? This is your external digital wallet. This is your connected bank account right here, right? You are taking your USD and buying Ethereum and then putting Ethereum into your external wallet, right? So in order for you to lose money is if your wallet either is lost or you lose your code and you don't remember it, right? Which is important to make sure you write it down, because then you lose your money, right? Everybody know that big story where the guy had X amount of Bitcoin in a hard drive and his wife threw away his hard drive and he went into the garbage city dump to try to find it for years. And it's like, man, that hard drive is gone, right? And there's some people who find hard drives and it's coins on there and they're like, man, I forgot I even had this, right? So again, The only way you can use money USD is if that coin goes down. But at the end of the day, you still have to cash out to get USD. And then once you get USD, you have to then transfer that to your bank account, which when you do those steps, you are triggering a tax, a tax trigger, right? So pretty much when that income happens or you make that trade, you can be taxed by that. So that's a great question. So long story short, do you lose money in your wallet? Yes, if you lose your wallet or your coin goes to zero. So we have 2 more questions. If there is a crash. Yes, if there is a crash, your money's gone. Thank you for investing. Thank you for playing. That's pretty much it, right? And does it grow in the wallet as your coin go up? Yes, it does. If the coin goes up and is in your wallet, it's safe, it's going up, it's secure. If it goes down, it's safe, it's secure, but it's still going down and you're losing money. All right, last question. Thank you for asking those. Is crypto good for quick money? Here is my 100% honest answer on this. 100%. If you are in it for that quick cash turnaround, if you're like, hey, I want to put 1,000 in and get 20, plus percent, 50 plus percent return within the next month, yes. It's crypto is good for quick money. But what happens with quick money? The quicker you get it, the quicker you lose it in many cases, right? Because as fast as you can make that money, you can also lose it in that same speed, in that same capacity, right? So again, my kind of word of advice is just be cautious, right? If you're in it for the fast money, that's fine. Make your money. Like I said before, I made money in crypto. I took that money, paid my mortgage, took that money, helped build out my YouTube office and stuff like that. I used it for other things, right? After I cashed it out. But just be cautious because I also invested in XRP. Now, granted, I invested in XRP at 19 cents and I sold at $1. But XRP, when it was going through its SEC, Security Exchange Commission, whatever, it was they're in court, right? When it was going through that in court, it crashed all the way down to it was bad. I mean, good thing I got out, but it was terrible. You can look that up too. XRP token, Ripple token. I'm sure you heard about it all in the news, right? Excuse me. So, yes, it's quick money, but the quicker you make it is the same way on the opposite side. You can lose it as quick as well. So, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. I greatly appreciate your time. I greatly appreciate everybody who tuned in. I hope that this helped. I'm going to upload this video on my YouTube channel, so make sure you go check that out. I'm going to also upload this on my Instagram, so if you have 30, 40 minutes to look this up or watch it on my YouTube later on, please do so. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. If you have any other questions, please DM me. I love to have this conversation, but I want what's best for you, so please invest wisely. Pay off your debt first. Invest in actual valuable companies and stuff like, if you work at Walgreens, invest in your 401k at Walgreens, buy Walgreens stock. If you work at Target, invest in your 401k at Target, invest in Target. If you work at Nike, Adidas, Intel, invest in those companies where you work at first before you think about investing in crypto and stuff. But if you want that fast money, go make your money, but just know you win some, you lose some. May the odds be forever in your favor. Thank you so much for tuning in.